Butch Jones is out at the University of Tennessee. Mark Rogers TV bringing in Mike LaValle from Last Word on College Football. It was just a few hours ago we had Mike online to talk about the Tennessee Volunteers' latest defeat to Missouri in somewhat embarrassing fashion on the road, 50-17. All right, Mike, this is not a big surprise. Butch Jones anticipated to be let go at some point this season or possibly after the season, but we knew he wouldn't be around for 2018.
Yeah, we've known the end of the Butch Jones era is coming. A really bad defeat at the hands of Georgia, historically bad game against Georgia at home against Neyland Stadium, losing to South Carolina off a bye week for the second straight year. That was pretty much the end of the road for the Butch Jones era. From that point on, it was just a matter of when, not if. A lot of people thought it would be after a Kentucky loss, only the second loss in 30-something years to Kentucky, and then this 50-point loss to Missouri. John Curry, the new athletic director at Tennessee, has been on board for about 6 months now, about 9 months now, actually. Ideally, I think he wanted to keep Jones through the end of the season and make a natural transition out at the end of the season, but he just couldn't do it after the most recent upset loss to Missouri, where Missouri put 50 points on Tennessee, and the Vols offense was only able to manage 10 points. 7 of those 17 came on a pick 6 from the defense. So Curry was forced to make the move this morning. He just absolutely had to do it. It was just time for Butch Jones and Tennessee to go their separate ways.
Mike LaValle from Last Word on College Football joins us following the decision to let Butch Jones go this morning and have Brady Hoke take the team through the last 2 games of the regular season and possibly a bowl game here in 2017. Join Mike at Last Word on College Football. You'll get his complete rundown right on the front page as it stands right now on Butch Jones' tenure at Tennessee and what lies ahead. So before we get to what lies ahead, Mike, your thoughts about Butch Jones' tenure. We've discussed it many times in regards to recruiting, what type of program he took over at the time, the 2015-16 seasons that were successful on one hand, but also the what-if scenarios of what could have been, and then finally the 2017 campaign where it all unraveled.
Yeah, there's a lot of raw emotion right now. A lot of Tennessee fans are just absolutely at their wits' end with the Butch Jones program or the Butch Jones era at Tennessee. I think in hindsight, a few years from now, it'll be a little bit different. Tennessee fans are ready for him to go now, but you cannot underestimate how bad the program was when he took over. Now, this is not a defense of Butch Jones. It was time for him to go, but I think the narrative is going to look different 2 or 3 years from now. He did increase the talent level at Tennessee. That is clear. He did get the program back to national relevance. That's clear. Of course, this was the first year of his head coaching career that he has regressed in losses from his time at Central Michigan and Cincinnati. And he had fewer or equal losses every year to include at Tennessee. So this is the first year of his head coaching career that he has regressed in number of losses. In the end, he helped the program in several ways. One, he helped them academically get back on academic footing. He was there during a period of where Tennessee was able to get back on financial footing as well. The locker room improved during the Butch Jones era, but his inability to develop that talent, he got talent into the program, but he just could not take that talent and coach them and practice it on the field to achieve results. A ton of talent last year. From last year's team, I think you're going to have 8 players playing in the NFL at some point. You have the 6 players that were drafted last year, Justin Coleman as well, and then Jalen Hurd will probably play in the NFL at some point. So you're looking at 8 players on the Tennessee team last year that did not reach 10 wins. Tennessee fans were incredibly unhappy with not winning the SEC East when the SEC East was down. So his inability to develop the talent he recruited, the inability of him to take advantage of a weak SEC East and to meet expectations of the fan base, just the numerous amount of injuries. It's beyond the point of coincidence. Just the injuries over the last 2 years have decimated Tennessee. There's got to be some sort of systemic issue in the program. And then a very, very, very poor relationship with locals around Knoxville, particularly the Knoxville media. That did not help him at all. So I think those are the reasons why it went downhill, and it went downhill really fast. So that's really why Butch Jones is out at Tennessee this morning.
So in addition to the record, which includes 34-27, took over, as Mike outlined, a pretty lackluster Tennessee program under Derek Dooley. And also, or was Lane Kiffin between Dooley and Jones? Am I misstepping the sequence?
Kiffin came after Fulmer for a year, and then Dooley for 3 years. So it's
Yes.
Kiffin, Dooley, and then Jones.
There we go. Derek Dooley, and then into Butch Jones. Upgraded the program. We outlined 34-27, but lost 9 of his last 12 SEC games and the close misses in 2015 in particular, back-to-back 9-4 campaigns that finished them in the top 15. So because of what you just outlined, that's aside from the record, Mike, in regards to Butch Jones' weaknesses in building or not building relationships, his relationship with the media, the game management, the time management during crucial losses. Do you think that will sway Tennessee's decision in regards to the next coach that they go after?
Certainly, and for John Curry, this is important. It's his first big hire. It's his first football hire. Athletic director at Kansas State, and you got Bill Snyder there. So, if you're looking for a guy, if you're looking for a definition of stability, Bill Snyder at Kansas State's that guy. So Curry, fans are pretty happy. He made a baseball hire earlier this year at Tennessee, which seems to be pretty good, a pretty good hire. So this is John Curry's first big move as the athletic director at Tennessee. I think he's going to be looking for a proven brand, a proven commodity. The problem is kind of as I was outlining with somebody earlier, is that Tennessee is a program that has the expectations of that proven hire, that proven commodity. Tennessee is a big-time program, but they're not so big they can pull that big-time proven commodity away from another school. I think it's going to be interesting to see what Curry does. I got some names, got some ideas of what he's going to do, but we'll see in the end. But again, I think he's going to look for a proven commodity. I think he's going to look for somebody on the offensive side of the ball to move the ball. I think that's really what has frustrated Tennessee fans the most during this period. I think Tennessee went 15 straight quarters in the middle of the season without scoring a touchdown and just looked like they couldn't do anything on offense, to include last night. Really poor performance by the offensive line and just the offense in total, apart from a really gutsy performance by third-string quarterback Will McBride.
Butch Jones out at Tennessee. Mike Laval's got an article posted on the front page of Last Word on College Football. Please join him and the rest of the staff right there for complete college football coverage and specifically the Butch Jones story, the legacy, the tenure, and maybe some high points that you may be missing that Jones has certainly turned in during his tenure in 5 years at Tennessee. I'm guessing there's no thought that Brady Hoke's going to stick around past 2017.
No, certainly not in the head coach position. You'll have to see what the new head coach wants to do with his staff once he gets in. But no, Brady Hoke is an interim. He's what I call a podium guy only. Athletic director Curry wants Larry Scott he wants to maintain continuity coordinator. So Bob Shoop's still in control of the defense. Larry Scott's still in control of the offense. Brady Hoke is what I call a podium guy only, just serving as the face of the program for the next 2 games.
All right, Mike Laval from Last Word on College Football breaking down the Butch Jones firing at Tennessee. We knew it was inevitable. Didn't know if he would last all of 2017, but with 2 games to go, John Curry has made the move. Mike, we appreciate your time.
Thanks, Mark. It's always a pleasure to join you.